Biblio fools. Okay, we ready?
Alrighty.
Biblio fools.
So Kyle, when we said that we would record,
I didn't realize he had the
I didn't know
whistle.
you were
Did you have the whistle?
No, he's hidden the whistle for
I had to hide it in the couch because I knew you guys would be.
The minute
But
you
we-
pushed record, the whistle came out.
Where did it even come from?
I was in the couch. I hid it in the couch.
I want you to know that we're gonna just put it in.
Oh, so it's
It
gonna
was in post.
so it's gonna happen twice.
No, this is just gonna be. I think we're just gonna have a bunch of clips of us talking about the penny whistle.
Where did it come from?
Where did
Online.
it go?
Online. Okay.
I don't know.
What inspired it?
An ad.
Okay.
I'm susceptible to certain ads.
Okay. Like tin whistles.
Yeah, like a guy's playing a tin whistle in the forest. I thought I want some of that.
Like, are you trying to attract little?
I'm not trying to attract nymphs per se, but I won't be upset if little creatures spawn around my home and garden.
Yeah, I was thinking the real animal. So like a Snow White situation.
If that happened, I mean, I wouldn't be mad.
Okay.
If it happens, it happens.
All right. Cool.
Welcome to Biblio Fools, everyone. We are joined in person once again. This is for the last time, I think, because you're going back
For the last time ever.
ever.
I'm
We're never going to see Mac again.
Hey, who knows? I could die tonight.
We're joined in person by Kyle. How are you, dude?
I'm good.
Yeah, good. And Mac.
Hi.
What's going on, man?
Well, I'm just thinking about how Kyle might die tonight.
That's fair.
I'm
Trying not to think about it. How this works, we read books, so you don't have to. Because you're busy. Work, school, social media. Who has the time? Not us. Not me. You both did this time, but I didn't have the time.
I didn't have the time, and I this is redemption from American Kingpin. I did the math, and I had to read. I think my reading speed was like a minute per page, and so I had 5 hours to read this book, and I just barely made it.
Wow.
And I also watched the movie for the book.
Oh my gosh. Mac went the extra mile.
Yeah.
This time, roles are reversed. I have no idea what's going on. I got several hundred pages in, and boy, was it an impactful.
You did not get
100
several.
pages?
You got 100
It's
pages.
a 300-page book.
No, it's 215.
It's not even.
I don't think any of you read.
There's not even several hundred on my Audible thing. Or not,
Okay.
On my Kindle, it was 259 pages.
Oh, you had bigger text.
Yeah.
I got 100 pages in. I may have fudged the truth there a little bit, but I'm exposed. I got 100 pages in.
Lying.
It was impactful. 100 pages. But we got to
get to the love solves everything part of the book.
Yeah, that part, well, we'll get there. Look, I have questions. Lots of questions, so you boys are going to have to explain to me as we go.
We have questions as well.
And we love you. Let's get into it.
Are you talking about me or the people?
No, the audience. We love them.
I wasn't looking where you were looking.
It says it. Kyle wrote the script.
I wrote the script. I put "We love you." I want people to know they're loved, and that kind of fills in the.
By us, we have to love.
I think everyone should love everyone. It's not always how it works. I don't love everyone all the time, but the book talks about it, so I put it in. We don't have to talk about it too much.
There's certain people Kyle doesn't love.
But we love the audience. We love them all. The book we're reading.
Sickness. I don't love death.
Those aren't people.
I think I generally love most people.
How do you feel about Elon Musk?
I lean towards hate on that guy. You got me. You got me real quick.
I got you,
I
dude.
blocked him on Twitter. It felt good, but he keeps popping up.
Today's book is this is our first fiction book.
That's finally.
Yeah, seriously, finally.
Something
Hopefully
wicked.
I spin out this time.
Because it's not real.
Because it's fake.
That's true. Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury, who wrote Fahrenheit 451. Kyle, why did we do this book particularly?
So, my late grandpa is one of the greatest people to ever exist, had 30 or so bookshelves, and a lot of them, he was a professor of Slavic language, so a lot of it was religious, scholastic. He didn't read sci-fi, as far as I can tell, but I found this book, and it was marked by him, and I thought, okay, maybe it's got some importance to it. And then as I started reading, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a sci-fi, and that's why we did a sci-fi.
Oh, it's not sci-fi.
It's not.
It's a fantasy.
It's fantasy.
It's like fantasy horror, right?
What would you call this, Evan?
Lovecraftian.
I got 100 pages in, and it was Stephen King, but better somehow.
Yeah, so not sci-fi fantasy. It's fantasy. It's fantasy. It's not like serious fiction like Dostoevsky or Pasternak. It's a lot more imagination.
Yeah, it's like a supernatural thriller.
Yeah,
and it's supernatural.
It is,
and it was thrilling.
It is. So you selected it.
So corny. I'm so sorry.
All right, your late grandpa.
Yeah, I because all his books I feel have a lot of meaning and impact, and you can learn a lot from them. So I'm like, okay, what can I learn from this book? And then once I found out it was like a fantasy, which I don't read a lot of fantasy, except Lord of the Rings, I'm like, I don't know, I kind of discounted it. And even 50 pages in, I discounted it. I texted you guys and said, I hate this book. I could not have been more wrong.
We almost pivoted.
We almost pivoted.
In. Yeah.
That was
halfway through what you read.
By the way, so
halfway through what you read. So when you got to the page 50, were you also like, get out of here?
No, dude. I'll be honest. I got to page 4 and I was like, oh my god, this book is amazing.
Okay, so what are we getting into?
Well, open your ear holes, brace yourself. We're about to get our freak on. Just reading from the script. The story begins in a small town mid-October where 2 almost 14-year-old boys are chilling in the grass.
Yeah.
Great.
It's just, this is probably like the 50s. Is that kind of the time period we're in?
I think it was the 50s.
Yeah, the 50s. So 2 almost 14-year-old boys, they're both born.
They're born a day apart. One was born on the
at
30th on 11:59, and the other one was born on 12:01.
Yeah.
On the Halloween.
On Halloween.
31st of October. So they're kind of straddling Halloween.
And that's a whole thing. Okay, so I had a question. So a lot of this book is about these 2 kids, James Nightshade,
which is an awesome name.
It's something. It sounds like a comic book character name. And then Will Halloway.
Yes.
They talk about these kids a lot, and they describe them very differently.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, we'll get into it more, but I have a question for you two about it.
Okay.
About these kids.
Okay, I'm curious to hear it. Yeah.
The book in a nutshell. What is it? Haunted carnival? It's a haunted carnival.
Yeah, haunted, spooky, evil carnival comes to town.
Yeah.
There you go.
Which it doesn't say anything about that at any point. And like we never talked about it being a haunted carnival book. So the first couple pages I was like, where's this going? And I thought it was gonna be short stories. And then the boys were running the library, and I was like, oh, so these boys are important, I
guess. They're not going anywhere.
And then they disappeared for a little bit, and it was talking about the dad. And I was like, so is the dad the main character? And then it was like, oh no, this Spooky Dookie Carnival that comes to town.
Yeah.
What an adventure this book took you on.
It was it's a fun read.
It is a fun read.
And the language is really
and there's actually like a lot of prose.
Yeah,
there's a lot of really good prose mixed with this really interesting story.
The way they describe it, especially my favorite thing is how nice it is to read a book from an actual author and not some like douche. Where there's when they're trying to make you feel a feeling, they use all this language that makes you feel the feel. I don't want to read nonfiction anymore. Because it's just, well, no, that's not true. Because Stranger in the Woods, he did that too. It depends on the person. Yeah. This book is very well written.
So Will Holloway and Jim Nightshade are next door neighbors, best friends. Will is careful and reflective. Jim is daring and drawn to the mysterious. They are approached by the first zany character of the book, a lightning rod salesman named Tom Fury. Another comic book name.
Cool name.
Wait, his name's Tom Fury?
The lightning rod salesman. They only refer to him as like his name once or twice.
I was gonna say, it's just he has that weird thing where he's like, do you think that my name is chosen by the storms? No, that my name drove me to the storms. And he says it like 30 times, and I was just like, God, I wanted him to be a bigger part of the book.
He comes in a small part of the book.
Yes.
They turn him into a dwarf. All right. Tom Fury warns Jim of an approaching storm and gives him a lightning rod. He cautions them about the powerful storm coming to town. He's like, it's definitely going to hit your house specifically, Jim.
To Jim Nightshade. And Will is like, after he toddles off, Will is like, Jim, we got to put this on your house. Like, your house is going to burst. And Jim's like, I don't freaking care.
Yeah, Jim.
He's like, you can do it if you want.
So this is going to be important as we go forward. Which of the boys did you guys relate to the most?
Will.
You relate to Will?
I related to Will more.
Okay. Because I was leaning towards Jim in the beginning.
Yeah.
There's like one or two like little scenes where I was like, oh, I feel like I was like that when I was that age. And then as the book went on, I more and more got into the Will.
Yeah, and
I think Will's the main character.
Yeah, I would say Will's the main character, but I mean Jim is a close second, and there's definitely enough of Jim to make him relatable too. Because there were a few times where I'm like, oh, maybe I can see why Jim does this, and then when we learn more about him, we're like, I can kind of see why he's the way he is.
Jim's a sad boy.
He's a sad boy.
Yeah.
We actually don't get into it. Jim is
No, we just get the one thing with his mom.
Yeah, his mom. He's an only child. All of his mom's other children have died, along with his dad.
Which she keeps telling him over and over again. She's just like, it was crazy.
That puts a lot on a kid.
She was just like, I tried 6 times. I succeeded once. So like, stop telling your child this.
It's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. Yeah. And I think she even like she's like, if you die, I mean, what's gonna happen?
And he's like, everybody dies, Mom. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't stop myself from dying.
I started out liking him, but then he turned into a douche. But let's
So that night, at exactly 3 a.m., a strange train rolls in during the Soul's midnight. What does that mean? Soul's midnight?
That's
during
3 a.m.
That means 3 a.m.
Yes. I remember. Okay,
when
the Soul's midnight.
When your blood slows and
it's the spooky time.
It's the spooky time. Bringing Cougar and Dark's Pandemonium Shadow Show. It's creepy, eerie, and somehow powerful.
This is when the book took a turn for me, because I was like, what's this going to be about? Because they kept talking about, something wicked coming.
Yeah.
So
and then it comes.
And then finding out what it was that came.
It came.
And it's a carnival. Mr. Cougar's carnival.
And Dark. Mr. Dark.
He's
very important.
Yes.
And it just comes.
It just shows up one night at 3 a.m.
So hard. It just comes it comes down on the tracks.
And the only one
all over the town.
And it's just spooky.
Yeah.
It's spooky come.
The only one who feels the come are the little boys and their dad.
Yeah. And the dad feels it the most. The dad's like, oh, something's coming. Oh,
yeah, it's coming. It's also the bard feels the come a little bit, and their teacher feels the come a little bit.
Oh yeah, in the movie, for some reason the bartender only has a leg and one arm. Is that the one like?
No, that's just a movie thing.
That's a movie thing.
No,
because it's a very important part of the movie.
Yeah, I knew that you would get confused while watching.
There's a lot of stuff that's different.
I feel like they added.
The next morning, the boys explore the carnival before it opens and discover a bunch of weird attractions like a mirror maze, a strange carousel. They meet one of their teachers, Mrs. Foley. She explains that she lost her nephew. She then wanders into the mirror maze, becomes terrified, and runs home.
So I don't get how she could handle this the whole mirror thing. This mirror maze is fucking annoying.
It's extremely metaphorical.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, everything is metaphysical.
Yeah.
Like terrors.
It's not a real storm that's coming. Let me just put it that way.
Well, is it a real mirror maze though? Because she's like, I'm drowning.
No, it is, and you would just be ready.
Well, but like in that, I was confused because then in that part, he's not wrong. Or at least watch the movie.
What, we give you like 19 hours? Why can't you do it?
It took me 4 hours. And I got most of it, but
because I had a bunch of stuff to do.
He's got 2 kids.
But the mirror maze is not metaphorical, but it represents a lot.
But like when they go in, so it's confusing how it happens to her because it's like the maze, like in the way I picture it, it like eats her.
Yeah, it feels like that.
Yeah, she kind of gets trapped in it, and then she runs out and she's screaming, and the boys are like, "What's going on with our teacher?" And she's like, "I can't find my nephew," and they're like, if you're that scared, go home. Like,
just leave.
They're just worried about her.
Yeah, as you are about your teacher when you're 14. I think there's a little something going on. Teacher.
No, there's
no more.
There's nothing.
She's one of the most wholesome characters. What's wrong with you?
Okay, well,
yeah, most of the characters. Yeah, she is wholesome.
We'll get into the characters.
Most of the characters. Well, the problem is half characters in the book are like demons.
Yeah, so
in comparison,
this has got to be a me thing. Who was my teacher when I was 14?
Probably the same teacher we had.
Anyways,
the teacher goes home.
Yeah, so the teacher goes home, and then they meet.
The boys know something weird is going on. That night, they sneak into the carnival and witness Mr. Cougar ride the carousel backwards. It transforms him into a 12-year-old boy.
This is where the book gets real weird.
Okay. It does. Luckily, it starts out. When the carnival gets there, it's weird. Because the carnival's like floating tents to put itself together. Whoa! And then they go to the carnival, and they're like, this is a carnival. This is like, all right.
Yeah.
Who cares?
They're not drunk.
And then smash. The boys are hammered. It's just so fun. It's carnival. Mirror maze, bitch, get out the maze. We're in this maze. The 14.
Get out the maze.
That's my first drink when I was like 12. But so that would actually have been me. I would have been Jim. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, Miss Fuck, get out of the maze. Great record. It's just 70. But then when it's like it's a regular maze, and then for some reason these stupid kids keep wanting to go back to the maze.
Well, it's mostly Jim. Let's be real. It's mostly
Jim.
Jim is very drawn to the maze and the carnival, and Will doesn't want to do a lot. Like he doesn't want to do a lot of this stuff. He's scared. He's like, I don't want to go back. It's creeping me out. It's clearly creepy. And Jim's like, come on, we gotta. And because they're basically brothers and they have this relationship, they're like, well, if one of us goes, the other one has to.
Yeah.
And so they end up back at the carnival at night, mostly at Jim's behest.
Yes. Yeah, Jim definitely keeps making bad decisions, and Will just is like, okay, I guess now I have to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they see this Mr. Cougar. It's like a big red-headed muscle.
Yeah, he's like really tall.
Yeah, scary, intimidating guy.
And then he turns into a child. Yes.
Which is like a creepy child, and then he runs to his home, which is the teacher's house.
Yeah.
Mrs. Foley's house.
But they also meet Mr. Dark, who is the tattoo man.
Who is the illustrated man.
Yes.
They do make a point of it a couple times that he's not the tattooed man.
He is illustrated. It's not just tattoos.
Yeah.
He's some sort of, he's like it.
And Mr. Dark, aka the illustrated man, like he becomes a big part. But so
he's the main bad.
He's the main bad because Mr. Cougar is a little boy at this point, and Jim's like, well, we got to follow him to see what he's up to. And Will's like, why would we follow the man boy?
Yeah.
And they do, and he goes back to Miss Foley's house, and they're like, that's the nephew she was talking about, this grown-ass man that is now a child?
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
It's very weird.
So then the nephew, which is Mr. Cougar, as a 12-year-old boy, encourages Mr. Foley.
Miss Foley.
It says Mr. God damn it. Okay.
What did I tell you?
She's alone. She's a lonely teacher.
She's a lonely old teacher.
Because as you know, in the 50s, when you're a teacher, you're just some sad old bag.
You do not have a lot going on.
Yeah, you ain't got shit to do. You ain't got nowhere to be. You're just a weird old lady who's really involved in all the kids' lives, and be like, oh, there's the teacher. That's like in every movie.
Gets involved because in my head she's like really hot.
What?
She's a hot teacher. Well, you wanted Betty Hill to be Margot Robbie.
Yeah, I keep making the women in these books hot.
Very attractive.
Your wife is right there.
Yeah, she's beautiful. That's why.
Okay,
so ugly women because I'm surrounded by.
Well, it's not picturing ugly women.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's turning women who are described as ugly.
But we need to make a point. Miss Foley is described as an old woman teacher.
Yeah. She's a silver-haired woman.
I read teacher and I thought she's probably hot.
You got a teacher.
But then there's a whole thing of her wanting to be hot. That's why I'm like, no, she's not hot.
Does she end up hot?
She does.
No.
Well, she does for a second.
Gosh dang. We can't talk about it now, but not hot.
Well, we can't talk about it. She gets hot.
She becomes a child.
Oh God!
Oh no! Okay, it's different in the movie. I got confused with the movie and the book. Don't watch the movie and read the book. I did them at the same time, which is a weird choice.
Miss Foley ends up lured by the promise of regained youth back to the carnival and succumbs to the illusion and disappears.
And she just and that's all we know at this point. Is that she comes back briefly, but
like at
the end. But so she's gone, and so they're like, that's weird.
And Jim, he becomes obsessed with the carousel and the idea of growing older instantly. Will is disturbed and tries to protect his friend from the temptation.
Yeah.
He kind of has to hold him back.
This is a puberty story.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it, but there's a part that we didn't talk about where they're walking home from the library and they find the theater.
Yeah, what the hell?
Which is super. I mean, when you're a 14-year-old, boys are weird though. That's
you got a lot going on in there.
Yeah, especially in the 50s. Like if you hear anybody from the 50s tell a story, you're just like, I think that's a federal crime now, or just at least a felony.
Yeah,
and I mean,
but it's a peep show.
No, I thought it was just he climbed up in a tree and could see into somebody's house.
He was peeping.
He's a peeper.
But it wasn't somebody's house. It was the theater.
It was a theater.
No, he was calling it a theater, but it was just Because he was like, this is a stage.
Yeah, they do have code words for things.
Yeah.
So
he called, these are very, the children are very verbose.
He was just looking on.
He's just watching two people fuck.
Let's go.
Yeah. So Jim is this weird contrast where he wants to watch people bang, but he's also at the library getting dinosaur books.
Yeah.
Like, so
it's not that meeting of like,
yeah,
becoming an adult and being a kid.
But he absolutely wants to become more of an adult. And so he's drawn to the carousel because he's like, that can make me 20. That can make me 25. And Will's like, don't do it. Like, he's like, number one, you can't leave me. We're best friends.
Yeah.
And number two, we don't know what that carousel does. Like,
these people are clearly evil. One of them is illustrated.
Yeah, he's illustrated.
Look at any Nazi, modern day Nazi. They also are illustrated.
They've illustrated. It's a known fact. If you have tattoos, you're going to hell.
Unless you're
if you're Post Malone and you're just
we like
nice guy.
Yeah, we love Post Malone. I cried when he sang "Fall Apart."
Really?
Yeah. I saw it live and I started crying.
Wow.
I also wasn't able to like sit down or get water for like an hour beforehand, so that might have added.
You might have been in pain.
I might have just been exhausted. Festivals are trash.
Speaking of festivals, good segue.
Oh, good job.
Back in the carnival, boys encounter Mr. Cougar, still a child, and they chase him to the carousel. And he jumps on the carousel and begins to age again, becoming a man.
Mm-hmm.
But Will hits the control panel, and the carousel breaks. Oh, because Jim's trying to get on it, and he's like,
and they're fighting. Yeah, like Mac mentioned, like Will is physically trying to hold Jim back from getting on the carousel, and then in the meantime, Mr. Cougar, the 12-year-old boy, is on the carousel going around, and at each turn he's becoming bigger and stronger to the point where he could like beat the crap out of him.
Oh, so they're pretty freaked out about that, but then the carousel breaks, and then it keeps going around, and he's just getting older and older and older.
Yes.
Okay, and then
it's confusing to read.
It is kind of a confusing.
When it finally stops, he's like 150, right?
Yeah,
he's like falling apart.
Yeah, so this is a crazy part. But number one, they see Mr. Cougar get on, and Jim's like, "I want to be on," and they're like, "Get back here, you son of a bitch!" with this little 12-year-old man boy. And then he keeps going, but then Will accidentally breaks the thing, and he comes out like the oldest man you've ever seen in your life. And immediately they're like, "We killed him."
Yeah.
And they call the cops and say, "We killed this guy by aging him on a magic carousel."
Yeah.
And they return with the cops to find Mr. Dark.
Which they should have started with the cops. I don't... First things first, when Mrs. Foley goes into this weird drowning maze, and she's freaking out, be like, something's up. And their dad. We haven't talked about their dad at all.
We would.
Their dad is tragic.
The whole time. Okay.
I thought I added the dad in earlier, but let's jump into
let's just clear the dad. Let's just get the dad set up real quick. In my mind, I pictured like a Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I just feel like he's got that sad old man. He can do that, but not too old because he's like the main character.
Yeah. Well, Will's dad, his whole thing is that he had Will when he was 40.
Yeah.
And so he feels very old.
He's too old to like take care, and he has a heart condition.
Yeah.
And so he's just like regrets like not living up to his youth and like doing everything late. And he knows about the 3 a.m. thing and like is onto the circus's shit immediately. Or Carl. He's on it. The second it comes into town, he's like, no.
This is bad.
And
this
is bad. And he doesn't tell Will because he doesn't want Will going. Yeah. But like Will knows his dad knows.
And the whole beginning of the book is a lot of people going in and out of the house to interact with the carnival before it's open.
Yes.
I don't know why every time the dad is the focal point, I was on the edge of tears. I don't know how
it's sad.
Ray Bradbury wrote this, but like he talks at one point about, and I'm gonna get really like
emotional,
really just like way into the pretentious part of like having a book podcast.
we talk about therapy
this
for like an hour on one of these episodes.
Yeah, we channel our inner, like, you know, the girls that are always hanging out at the library, you know, and they're like,
that's us. We're those girls.
It's so beautiful. So that's me for right now. There's a part where he's talking about he drinks one drink every day on the way home because he has to, because there's this thing that stirs inside of him, and it's basically stirring within like a pile of logs that have been stacked for a fire that was never lit.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. I was just like, ooh, because I just turned 30, and I have like a very, you know, like I just go to work You know,
Yeah.
So you had a little.
I'm not a space pirate. It sucks.
That was never gonna happen. But you just gotta
I
do
thought
what
it
I
was.
did and just be delusional.
But
I think you got it right.
I
Your fire's lit.
Your wife and kid light your fire. That's
Well-
that's what Mr. Holloway needs to learn.
Mr. Holloway, he does appreciate his wife, and you can tell at times
They
he
do
looks.
love each other.
Yeah, he looks at his wife and he's like, "How the heck did I score that?" She's clearly a bit younger than him.
Yeah.
And she's like, he didn't marry till late, like we said. So he's obsessed with his wife. I think he has a hard time being like, I am an old man and this is my son.
Yeah.
And I am the janitor at the library and I see this young boy come in and I'm like, I'm not his grandpa, I'm his dad. And
Yeah.
he's having a real hard time with that.
Yeah, and he talks about how his wife will be forever young because she has a child. And sorry, I'm getting lost again. It was a beautiful book.
It's
No,
real,
okay.
like,
That's
seriously,
the whole point is we get lost.
amazing.
No, it was very. It's very. I was confused, and then I was sad, and then
So
and then I was confused again because a magic circus showed up. But it's just like a beautiful. I thought he was the main character, and he kind of
yeah.
he it goes back and forth. I think
does.
that he's the our third lead.
Dad not involved in this part.
Dad's not involved in any of this.
They go back, they show up at the carnival. Mr. Dark is in a tent with like all the freaks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they're all like, and that's part spooky. And Mr. Dark has old Mr. Cougar, like skeleton dead Mr. Cougar strapped into an electric chair, and he pulls a lever and like shocks him a ton.
Yeah.
And he like comes back to life.
Yeah.
And the cops are like, that's hilarious, and they leave.
There's like, oh, it's a bunch of freaks that do a freak show. They're doing freaky stuff. Idiot kids.
But the kids are like, he was just dead. The electricity is the only thing keeping this man alive. Like,
This is where I got confused again because it's a stupid movie. Because in the movie it's the Lightning Man, and I was like, I must have read something wrong. And
Well,
I kept going.
they do call him the Lightning Man. They're like, oh, this is our new attraction, the Lightning Man, who only comes to life when he's being like shocked to the point where his muscles are spasming.
But then you have a Lightning Rod Man, who they never refer to by anything other than the Lightning Rod Man.
A lot of storm references.
They're in the storm. They're in the storm of puberty and regretting
That is a storm.
life.
So the Dust Witch. All right,
There we
explain her. I don't understand.
So the Dust Witch is confusing. She's one of the freaks. She's so in terms of powerful, evil people.
She's like the main henchman.
She's the So we got Mr. Dark, aka the Illustrated Man, who
Yes.
has tattoos.
He's number one.
He's number one,
He's-
and
This is Elon, and then the Dust Witch. This is Bezos.
I don't think their relationship works like that.
no, that's not how.
Okay.
I take umbrage
Okay.
with that metaphor.
So my man, Mr. Dark, is Voldemort.
Okay,
And then the Dust Witch is Helena Bonham Carter.
bingo. That's
We have a winner.
Which I should say her book name, but I forget it.
Ralph Fiennes would do a good.
Ralph Fiennes would do it.
Now, he's doing this weird, like he's a sexy old man thing. I mean,
He is
like
kind of sexy.
I did see. Yeah,
he looks good.
he looks.
does
good.
I was like, look at this guy. And for some reason, he's just randomly an action hero in movies, like once or twice a year.
He just decides.
God bless Ralph Fiennes.
So
Ralph Fiennes should play the dad.
I can see that too. He could do.
Oh, man,
It could be like a dual
what
role.
range he has.
Oh, what if he is a dual
It
role?
could be a dual role.
No.
Too far. No, too far.
I hate when they do that.
Sinners was good.
I
Mickey
hate
17 was
I
fine.
didn't see it.
Of course, you guys didn't see Sinners. Black people like it.
No, it's because we have
It's on the
kids.
list.
It's because you have children and you have a bunch of free time.
But yes.
What am I doing with my life? I turned 30 in a month. Okay.
Welcome to our.
Already happened, dude, for me, and it's as bad as you're thinking it's.
It's-
Really.
I mean, I'm
just
just.
want to hear.
I'm scared, but I'm also just kind of happy I made it to 30.
See, that's bad. What happened to us? Well, we were thinking like this when we were 13.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
So the Dust Witch is one of these. She's a very powerful henchman, like right below Mr. Dark.
Yep.
And she is blind, and she's creepy, and she like thrives on fear.
Yeah.
But she can feel things out with her other fear paranormal senses. So yeah, while she can't see in a conventional way, she's like
Daredevil, but with fear.
but with fear, yeah, and she
like
like
striking fear into others.
yeah, she moves her fingers around and she can tell, and she also has just like a lot of powers. She can enchant
people.
She can enchant people. She's a dust witch, if you wanted to phrase that differently, she could be a sandwich, and I couldn't stop thinking that.
That's so dumb.
I'm sorry.
I didn't even think of that. I ate a sandwich while I was reading and watching the movie.
Nice.
The next morning, the boys are walking around town wondering what to do. They hear a little girl crying under a tree. When they go to comfort her, it is
Miss Foley.
Miss Foley as a child, not an attractive woman.
In the movie, it's different, and it got me confused.
It is.
That's the last time I want to hear that out of you.
What's she doing? Hey!
We need to tell you to watch the movie. We didn't.
I'm going to get confused if you keep saying that.
You're confused. I'm confused. It's confusing.
Speaking of confusing, we skipped the part where the Dust Witch
The Dust Witch attacks them.
comes to their house at night, and she marks Jim's house. And so Will and Jim, she comes in a ghost balloon.
Yeah.
And
wait, there's a real.
There's an action.
I think it's
it's a dust balloon.
It's a dust balloon.
It's the Dust Witch's dust balloon.
Yeah.
And this Dust Witch, she drives her dust balloon over to Jim in Will's house, and then Jim is like, "Ooh," and then Will pops the balloon.
Will pops the balloon to stop her, and that temporarily stops her because she can't move great, I guess.
Because we need these kids to be the main characters and not die immediately.
But it is interesting that she marks Jim's house and not Will's house.
Yeah, well, it's because Jim's a little.
Because Jim is the one who they could potentially get.
Yeah, Jim.
He's got that fear inside him. Huh?
He's got that fear, and he's got that intrigue.
They describe him as he looks like he looks right at the world and can't look away.
Yeah, really.
Will lives in his own world.
Will is almost more afraid, but Jim is like.
But Jim is really afraid more so.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
I feel like Will is taking things beat by beat.
Okay, yeah.
And Jim is kind of like just scared in general and trying to overcome it.
Yeah, I think he's afraid in the looking out into the void kind of way.
Yeah.
And Will's got a very much like, why are you watching these people fuck?
Yes. He's kind of just like, can we just let me just understand
be here.
I'm just putting things together right now.
Yeah, he's like, that man became a boy. I'm scared.
This is weird.
That's all it took.
And Jim's like, I want to be a man. And he's like, no, that's not supposed to happen.
It's not supposed to happen.
That's right. So, okay. So, Miss Foley, under a tree, she's crying. She ran away because she rode the carousel and became a tiny girl.
Yeah.
So they try and help, but they realize they won't be any help if they get caught. So they hide.
Because they know they're marked. They know... Because of the Dust Witch, they're like, they're after us. We gotta hide. Yeah. And so they go hide. That's what they're planning.
And they hide in a storm
cigar shop.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, in a storm drain.
They're in a storm drain by the cigar shop. Because cigar smoke is very important.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I didn't understand why.
We have now, by the way, for our listeners and for my two guests here, and by guests I do mean co-hosts, we have crossed the threshold of the part of the book that I read.
Okay.
So from here on out,
I thought that was a long time.
Blind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I was just confused.
It's confusing, especially if you try to read it fast.
We keep saying it's confusing. Truly, I enjoyed. I wanted to drink it.
The speed with which we read it was prohibitive to the ability to enjoy it.
It's not an inherently confusing book by any means, but it does make you think. It's not like it doesn't just lay it out there for you because the prose and such where you really do want to soak it in.
It really does paint a very beautiful picture.
And in Utah, we soak. So one character, a new freak, that's a dwarf and looks eerily like the Thunder Rod salesman.
Yeah,
because he is. So
he is a Thunder Rod.
While they're hiding under this drain, this creepy. Like he's a small person. He's not like a little person though. He's very scary looking. There's something about him.
He looks like somebody got smashed.
Yeah, they looks like someone smushed him down.
Yeah,
and
because that's what they did.
So exactly, and so he finds them, and they're just trying to be quiet. And then he goes and tells Mr. Dark. So now Mr. Dark knows their location in the storm drain, and he starts coming for him.
But then our main man, who is my favorite character in the book.
I agree.
Mr. Holloway shows up, Will's dad, and he's like, "What are you doing, man?" And Mr. Dark is like, "I'm looking for these kids. You seen them?" And then he has their tattoos on him.
Yeah, he has their faces tattooed on the palm of his hand. He says, "I'm looking for these boys."
Yes. And in the movie, it's really dumb because he doesn't have any tattoos, but then he has tattoos of the kids on his palms, and it's just perfect pictures of these little kids.
But in the book,
really bizarre.
In the book,
it's like, oof.
It's creepy because he has all these other souls tattooed on his body, and he's added them to the list.
Yes. But in the movie, it's just the dad from Pirates of the Caribbean being like, "Hello, have you seen these boys?"
It's a super tense part of the book.
It's a really cool part of the
But
book.
Charles like jukes him.
So yeah, Charles knows they're there. He found them first. He's like, "What the hell are you guys doing down there? I've been trying to find you." And they're like, "Shut up, leave us alone! Like we're hiding." And then Mr. Dark comes and he's like, "Can you help me find these boys?" And he's like, "I don't know where they are." And then the witch comes, and because she has these feelers, the dad's like, "I'll just take a big old puff of smoke and just blow it right in her face because that will throw her off." And it does. It throws her off, and Mr. Dark is pissed. He's like, "This guy, I know he knows, but he's not giving me what I want." So he ends up leaving. Is that correct, Matt?
That's the best I can give you.
Amazing.
That's my best understanding.
Also, generally in a cigar shop, if a guy walks in, like a big, tall, tattooed up guy, and he's got a 14-year-old boy tattooed on his palm, and he says, "Have you seen this kid?"
Honestly,
The answer is
no.
no.
Yeah, you just say no. I don't know where that kid is.
I've
But then
never
what if he's actually a sweet man like Post Malone and that's his son, and he's like, "I'm trying to find my son," and I dropped my phone down the storm drain, and luckily I got a picture of him on my palm, and this is the only way I'll be able to find him.
And palm tattoos don't really last that long because the ink sort of works its way out, and I'm forgetting what he looks like.
We don't have a lot of time.
Oh,
And then now his son is dead.
I
Also,
didn't
yeah.
have the singing part. That was weird.
What? No, he fell apart
He fell apart.
for the death of his child. I'm like,
You say no. This is the if it's anyone but Post Malone and they have a kid on their hand and they're looking,
You say no.
you say no.
I
You
don't know,
say no.
that's not the situation.
And so Charles
Give a look at those stats.
responds appropriately. He doesn't know what's going on, but he knows that his kid
is involved.
is involved. And so he thwarts him away, and then he says, "Hey, meet me at the library at 7. I don't know what's going on. Meet me at the library at 7."
He says that to Mr. Dark.
No, sorry. He
to the
says that
kid.
to the boys. Mr. Dark leaves, and he says, "Meet me at the library at 7."
Which is weird because you're their dad. Just take them now.
I think he's afraid to let them out. And so he's just like, "Yeah, just keep hiding. You guys know better than I do." He kind of trusts them a lot.
It's
Nice.
it's different.
It is
I feel like in the 50s they were just like, I don't know, they're kids.
No, seriously.
Just do it.
Yeah, he's like, "You guys are in like super danger, but you'll figure it out till 7, right?"
He's
Like,
just they obviously didn't find you, so just go find someone
yeah.
else.
Nice.
It doesn't
So
make sense.
while he's waiting at the library, yeah, this doesn't make sense because he just goes to the library and starts reading books. So he could have just done
He's hitting the books. This is what you got to do when you're in a situation like a horror movie situation.
you.
Get out there, you hit them
the
books, you learn. All right, you don't go running through the forest like, Jason's after me. You hit the books.
Hit the books. And that's exactly what Charles Holloway does.
He's studying old texts and myths in the library, realizing the carnival is ancient, preying on weakness and regret for centuries. It's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Me and Kate are watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and it's like every time a new demon shows up, they just have exactly the book, and they're like, "Oh God,
Yeah.
it's one of these kind of demons."
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very much like
It makes more sense in Buffy because it's like her job is to slay them. So like, of course you would be picking up novels. You'd be like, "What's in that book that you just wrote?"
Oh, it's the thing we saw.
Oh, you know what? Even if it's not something they've ever encountered, they're probably like at thrift stores being like, "Oh, they got a Wendigo book. Let me just get that."
just in case.
just let me just see it.
So he's learning. He's studying up. Mr. Dark confronts Charles and the boys at the library. So they've met now.
They meet up at the library. Evan, you're gonna be mad if you miss this. Charles has this beautiful, like monologue of this is what's going on. I've come to terms with this. This is what's happening. And so now they have an idea of what the carnival's up to.
Yeah.
But then Mr. Dark shows up, and he has the witch right next to him. And Charles confronts him, but Mr. Dark's a big guy. Charles is older; he's like 54, and Mr. Dark just breaks his hand, just shatters it to pieces.
Yeah.
And then he sets the dust witch on him and takes the book.
Yeah, and then he takes the boys, and the dust witch puts them under her spell. So now they have to do everything Mr. Dark says.
Oh, so they're like slaves.
Yeah, they're like slaves.
They're bewitched.
Bewitched.
They're bewitched slaves.
So at this point, things not looking good.
No. I thought everyone was gonna die because then he also tells the witch,
My man Ray does a great job of just being like, "Fuck them kids."
seriously.
He's just like, everybody's gonna die, and he does.
Shoot.
So this is how you feel because he has the kids, and then he tells the witch, he's like, "Go stop that old man's heart."
Yeah,
And
he
you
does.
Oh,
and
You start stopping it,
she starts doing it. She starts doing it,
and he has a heart problem.
and he doesn't like, and he's
The
older.
heart problem that was set up at the beginning of the book.
The fire that hasn't been lit?
No, it was heart.
No, it's a
Oh,
physical
okay,
hunt.
it's the real heartbreak. Okay, dang it. All
He
right.
mentions this lightly with his wife.
Okay. All right. He has a heart problem. I'm learning this. So at the, but I
We
got
said
to that part.
You did read that part. You were there for that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
At
a-
this point,
it's a-
yep, not looking good. Charles wards off the Dust Witch at the last second by laughing in desperation.
This is true.
Yes.
Mac, do you understand this?
No. Here's what I think. Here's what I'm thinking. He accepts death, and he laughs at how he's gonna die. I don't understand why he laughs. That's the part that doesn't make sense.
I think you're right. He's kind of accepting. He's like, I'm gonna die, and he's just kind of laughing at how absurd all of it is.
He's just like, oh, what
It's like it's a very proper like
yeah,
how I'm dying by a what is that? And he starts
getting
laughing.
murdered by a sandwich.
Yeah, by a sandwich. And he starts laughing, and that she's like, I don't know what to do with that, and she backs off.
And then it's corny, but it reads really great. And
It's
super sick.
good.
He realizes that these things are beaten by love and happiness and laughter.
That's his realization. He's like, love and laughter, these things hate them, and that's how we're gonna defeat them.
Yep.
And up until that point, they had no idea how they were gonna do it.
And then he giggled it. Yeah.
But then he giggled, and the witch is
And
like,
boom, the rubber hits the road.
I don't like that. Yeah, Mr. Dark still has the boys.
What's he gonna do? He's gonna get the boys.
So the rest of this book is like love
Conquers all.
Okay.
Yep. But in
Is
a really
it good
cool...
though?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's
in
good.
the book. It's a lot better than how we will describe it.
Yes,
because it's much more about like joy and happiness, and the love for his son is what like sparks this fire within him that beats these demons. As we're talking about it right now, it sounds corny as hell and stupid.
But it's like it's very like 80s movie, but it's beautiful.
It's
like
Spielbergian.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, all right. So Mr. Dark leads the boys to the carnival in a spell. They can only do as they're told. So as the carnival closes, they do one final trick where a volunteer shoots the witch, and she somehow survives. So who should volunteer? Charles Effin Holloway. It says that Effin Holloway.
I'm not really good at saying the F word, so I don't say it much. Or
we don't need to say it too much.
But it's so intense because he's like, we're gonna close the carnival for the night, but we're gonna do this one final trick with the witch. And he's like, who wants to volunteer? And you're like, you know that Charles is okay. He laughed, but you don't know where he is, and you also know his hand is.
And then he just rolls up, hand wrapped,
and he's like, I'll do it.
He's like, what's up?
And the witch is like, oh shit.
He's like, what's up, players? Back from the dead. You know what? The guy from Paperboy from Atlanta would be a really great Charles Holloway as well. I know that makes things a little complicated, but because it's the 50s. That's just the times we live in, kids. But he would be, because he's just got that energy.
Yeah, I know.
And he feels like an old man.
All right, so he shows up. This is real, it's real. I know you just said it was like somebody, but now I'm going to say it's like somebody else. It's Dan McClane. John McClane. Dan McClane.
You're thinking of Dan McClellan. They got
Gerard Butler.
No, I'm thinking Die Hard.
Bruce Willis?
Where he stumbles in, he's like, I'm here.
He's like, Hans.
All right, sorry, that's fine.
Hey, actually, weirdly, this is the exact same ending as Die Hard. Now that you've said it, because that's how he beats Hans, is he starts laughing and then he has the gun
with love.
And
okay, so he knows the trick.
He knows the trick they're gonna do. He knows that this trick works by a wax bullet. They put a wax bullet into the gun, and then the Mr. Dark will give the witch who's being shot, he will give her a fake bullet that she can hide in her teeth. And because he knows how this works, he's like, I want to mark this bullet. So Charles says, I want to mark the bullet with a crescent moon. He's like, but it's actually my smile. And he mouths that to the witch. He's like, this is my joy. I'm shooting into you. And so then when he fires the gun, it literally kills her because he's like, I'm giving you all my joy. Yeah. And she can't take it and she dies.
He shoots her with a bullet of joy.
Yes.
It's having a hard time with the ending of this book.
It doesn't sound great. But then it's okay. It's confusing because then he kind of just goes on this joy rampage of he's like, everybody dance and have a good time. And it kills them.
Yeah, no. So
to simplify.
So So after he does that, the spell is broken. And the boys are okay, but they can't find Jim because Will has been up front. Jim is in the mirror maze.
Yeah.
So after the witch dies, they're like, oh, shoot. The carnies, the freaks, they start going everywhere. Yeah. And they make the brave choice, Will and Charles, to go find Jim in the mirror maze, which is the most treacherous part of the whole place. Yeah. And once they get there, Charles becomes very afraid.
Shit, I forgot about that. But then while they're in the maze is when he starts doing he's like, we're gonna be happy.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a very powerful moment.
Yes.
Where like Will, like he starts getting really afraid. He's like, I can't do it. Like he's like, because he's seeing his younger self. His whole thing is, I'm afraid I'm old.
That's the boat.
I missed the boat. And so he's seeing younger versions of himself in the maze.
Mm-hmm.
And then Will's like, I don't care, Dad. You got to do it. You got to help me. And something snaps in him, and he accepts his own mortality, and he accepts his age. It's so beautiful. He accepts all that life has given him, and he's so joyous. Yeah, he makes this sound that literally breaks all the mirrors.
Yeah.
Well,
and so now
that's the part that I was thinking of.
Yes.
Like he starts he's like dancing and like screaming in joy.
Because he's accepted his life, he's so full of joy. It breaks the mirrors, and they can get out of there.
Yeah.
My goodness, somebody lit the fire.
And then friggin' Jimbo.
Where's Jim?
Jimbo Slice is over standing at the carousel being fucking.
Oh, of course he is. So Charles uses his newfound strength, love, acceptance, and man, this is rough. Okay, to defeat Mr. Dark. His name's Mr. Dark. It's like so on the nose.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's not.
He's a dark guy.
Just keep reading it.
Okay, Charles and Will finally find Jim. He's getting on the carousel and trying to become older. Jim finally gives in and tries to ride the carousel forward, but it nearly kills him. Will pulls him off in time. So is he just on there too long?
Yeah.
Well,
he just gets on it and starts it can kill you.
Yeah,
doing it right.
It's more. Yeah,
they
exactly.
should have known that.
So he doesn't even spin a whole way before Will pulls him off. But it's an inherently dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly. And so Jim is lying there.
It'll get doinked.
So he gets
But he doesn't get doinked.
Figured it out.
The teacher didn't figure it out. The teacher got suckered
by the nephew.
The little nephew.
Who was Mr.
12-year-old
Cougar.
Yeah, Mr.
Was
Cougar.
he really her nephew?
No. He was just doing that.
He's an old man who came in this phantom carnival and is taking advantage of her with his magical de-aging carousel.
Yeah. That's freaking crazy.
Just get on board with it. It makes clear, perfect sense.
No, it does. It totally does. I thought it was her nephew, and I was like, oh, the poor nephew got turned into an old.
I don't know what the nephew shit is.
No, I don't know. I think he just conned her. He's like, hey, I'm your long lost nephew, and she was so lonely. She's
some dumb lady.
As one does.
She's some dumb, stupid, lonely old teacher.
So the machine malfunctions during the struggle. Wait, hold on. Will pulls him off.
Yep.
In time.
Yep.
And Jim is left unconscious.
Yep.
He's unconscious. Okay. The machine malfunctions during the struggle, so it's broken.
So Charles actually breaks the machine, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Charles breaks the machine during this time while Will is pulling Jim off.
Charles?
No, he physically breaks it.
Okay.
Knocks off the handle and
gets
it.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Yep.
So Will and Charles revive Jim with joy and affection. That's what it says here.
And but there's an important point I left out. Before that happens, while Jim is being revived, a little boy comes up to Charles and he says, help me. I need to lead you somewhere. I'm in so much danger. And immediately Charles is like, show me your arm. Show me your arm right now. And he pulls it up and it's all tattoos.
It's Mr. Dark.
And so Mr. Dark is trying to lure him away, but Charles catches on immediately and he's like, get the hell out of here.
Which I would have liked if it was just like the climax of this is just an old man just dog walking along 12-year-olds. Leave my son alone!
Missed opportunity.
That's right. I'm just saying, Rick. When we make the movie, that's what I'll do.
Yeah. Beat the shit.
Paul Giamatti will play the dad as well. So that's good. You got that Paul Giamatti voice. What are you doing? It was high pitched. I love it.
All right.
They revived Jim with
beat the shit out of him.
No.
He says, "Get out!
Yeah. Go on,
get him."
And with his power broken and its master gone, the carnival disappears as mysteriously as it came.
Yeah, the freaks all kind of run away, and
the freaks are bye-bye.
And we don't know what happens to them. It's kind of sad because there's a lot of innocent soul people.
None of those people are innocent.
I mean, Squish Lightning Rod guy.
Yeah,
innocent, right?
Yeah, he's going around giving lightning rods.
But he was tempted. He
deserves every
thing
he got.
He's not
giving
his lightning rod to kids. He's giving lightning rods to kids.
We don't know what he's up to. He's a traveling salesman. Traveling salesman in the 50s?
Sketchy as hell. So Charles, Will, and Jim walk home in the dawn light laughing. They've faced darkness and chosen life. Real imperfect, catastrophic, and beautiful.
That part was me. So, but and I apologize. I forgot to mention how they rise Jim is Will starts crying. He's like, Jim's dead, and his dad is like, nope, we are not gonna let them get our tears. We are not gonna let them get our. And then he goes on this manic episode again,
Yep.
where they just start dancing and having a good time, and that what brings Jim
Jim
back
back
to
to
life.
life. I'm gonna be honest. If you read this fast, the amount of times that the dad has some sort of epiphany and then dances and sings and is happy, it will confuse you.
It happens about 3 times in a short amount of time.
It's 3 times in a row,
But it's and it ends happy. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
and we love. Yeah.
I mean, I think they're all a little messed up from it probably, but I think they'll be okay.
I mean, the kids might, just repress it. Charles, obviously, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be dead in like 10 years. So.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's got a heart condition.
I mean, it's the 50s too. Like they're not fixing.
Also, Charles is smoking the entire book.
Yeah,
like big cigars the entire book. So
that's what gave him the heartburn in the first place, bro.
So it's a story about how smoking's not that great for you.
I think it's a story about love.
love. It's a story about facing your own mortality and facing your fears, which is not something I wanted to read this weekend.
Maybe it was what you needed to read this.
It's what I needed this weekend, and it made me mad. But it's
so you didn't learn the lesson of the book.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Not at the time. I'm learning it now. Now that I feel better, I'm learning it now.
Okay, that's good. That's
okay.
Good. That's good.
So you just need a dance.
I just need a dance. You need to laugh more.
Exactly.
What do we think, boys? Were you scared? Did you learn something? Did you learn something?
Didn't learn. Yeah, Kyle actively refused to learn, but you're learning now.
I'm learning now.
It was fun. It was a fun book. It was It read fast because we had to, but it was like it's an interesting book, and I definitely want to read more of his stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever read for joy again because we do this podcast now, and I think I'll just every time I would read for joy, it would be.
It's like for homework,
you know. Read for joy again.
But I will just find ways to read for joy in the podcast.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Here's the thing. That's what the story is about: is overcoming the hatred.
Really?
Of
what you do for
what I have to do.
So the real question is, Evan, did you like this book?
I loved it, and the thing that was that I loved so much was how dark and haunting and empty everybody is. So I'm a little pissed off that the end is just like real happy and ties it up neat with love and
it does
and joy
and acceptance.
I feel like I gotta read it though.
It works better when you read it.
The prose is worth it. I would recommend reading this book. I'm not going to give it a rating because we're bad at ratings. I just say read the book.
Let's give it.
What do you say? Read the book?
Yeah, read it. If you want to read a little fantasy.
It's not sci-fi, apparently.
What's that song? Fantasy, Mariah Carey.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about. I thought you were making something up.
That one.
Yep.
Leave it.
Yeah, so I'd say read it. Read at least the first 100 pages.
Are you going to finish it next? Because we don't have another book. Oh, wait, is it my turn to pick a book?
Yep. Yeah, I got to finish it. You got to pick a book. And we got to thank Ray Bradbury. Is he alive?
Nope, he died.
Dead.
He's dead.
But he made it old. He was old.
Thank you.
He's obviously Charles.
Legacy?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Ray. And thank you for being with us. Thank you, Kyle, for choosing fiction. I think it worked.
I think it worked. And I
honestly think it works better.
I think it works better. Hey,
goddamn.
Yeah.
New chapter of our podcast. We're going to be doing a lot more fiction. Give us your recommendation to bibliofools@gmail.com.
Yes, visit us online.
Like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for being a fool.
Are we doing that? I just
came up with it.
You paused long enough.
I don't know.
All right. Instagram @bibliofools. Give us a follow. If you love
yourself.
You're good.
Love yourself.
We can
We can wrap.
We love you.
We love
Wrap
you.
it.
You can leave now.